So good day everyone. My topic for today is all about finding the variance of a probability distribution. So our learning objectives are the following. Illustrate and calculate the mean of a discrete random variable. Interpret the mean of a discrete random variable and solve problems involving mean of probability distributions. Classification. A random variable is a function that associates a real number with each element in the sample space. It is a variable whose values are determined by chance. A random variable is a discrete random variable if its set of possible outcomes is countable. A random variable is a continuous random variable if it takes on values on a continuous scale. Often, continuous random variables represent measured data such as heights, weights, and temperatures. A discrete probability distribution or a probability mass function consists of the values a random variable can assume and the corresponding probabilities of the values. So here are the steps in finding the variance and standard deviation. So for the first step, find the mean of the probability distribution. For the second step, subtract the mean from each value of the random variable x. For the third step, get the square of the results obtained in step 2. For the fourth step, multiply the results obtained in step 3 by the corresponding probability. For the step 5, get the sum of the results obtained in step 4. And for the last step, get the square root of the variance to get the standard deviation. So for the formula for the variance and the standard deviation of a discrete probability distribution, the variance of a discrete probability distribution is given by the formula sigma squared equals the summation of the square of x minus mean multiplied by p of x. Next is the formula for the mean of the probability distribution. The mean of a random variable with a discrete probability distribution is mean equals the summation of x times p of x. So next one, the formula for the standard deviation. Sigma equals the square root of sigma squared. The sales records of a real estate agency shown in the table, along with the corresponding probabilities, compute the mean, variance, and the standard deviation of the probability distribution shown below. So for the step 1, find the mean of the probability distribution using the formula mean is equals to the summation of the product of x and the probability, where x is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the probability of the random variable x, which is the 1 over 10, 2 over 10, 3 over 10, 2 over 10, and 2 over 10. So to get the value, we must first multiply it. So for the first column, 0 multiplied by 1 over 10 is equals to 0. And for the second column, 1 multiplied by 2 over 10 is equals to 2 over 10. And for the third column, 2 multiplied by 3 over 10 is equals to 6 over 10. And for the fourth column, 3 multiplied by 2 over 10 is equals to 6 over 10. And for the last column, 4 multiplied by 2 over 10 is equals to 8 over 10. Now, to get the value of mean, we must first add the values here. So 0 plus 2 over 10 plus 6 over 10 plus 6 over 10 plus 8 over 10 is equivalent to 22 over 10. So if we convert it into decimal, it will be 2.2. So the value of our mean is 2.2. So for the second step, subtract the mean from each value of the random variable x. So we must first subtract the value of the random variable to the 2.2, which is the mean. So let's start with the first column. 0 minus 2.2 is equals to negative 2.2. For the second column, 1 minus 2.2 is equals to negative 1.2. For the third column, which is 2 minus 2.2 is equals to negative 0.2. For the fourth column, which is 3 minus 2.2 is equals to 0.8. And for the last column, which is 4 minus 2.2 equals 1.8. So for the third step, get the square of the results obtained in step 2. So let's move on to the first column. Negative 2.2 squared is equals to 4.84. For the second column, negative 1.2 squared is equivalent to 1.44. For the third column, which is negative 0.2 squared, is equivalent to 0.04. For the fourth column, which is 0.8 squared, is equivalent to 0.64. And for the last column, which is 1.8 squared, is equivalent to 3.24. So here is the result. 4.84, 1.44, 0.04, 0.64, and 3.24. So for the step 4, multiply the results obtained in step 3 by the corresponding probability. So let's move on to the first column. So 4.84 multiplied by 1 over 10 is equivalent to 0.484. So let's type our answer here, 0.484. So for the second column, 1.44 multiplied by 2 over 10 is equals to 0.288. 0.288. And then for the third column, which is 0.04 multiplied by 3 over 10 is equivalent to 0.012. For the fourth column, which is 0.64 multiplied by 2 over 10 is equivalent to 0.128. 0.128. And for the last column, which is 3.24 multiplied by 2 over 10 is equivalent to 0.648. 0.648. So this is the result. 0.484, 0.288, 0.012, 0.128, and 0.648. So for the fifth step, get the sum of the results obtained in step 4. The result is the value of the variance. So The formula for the variance is given by sigma squared is equals to summation of the value of the random variable minus the mean of the probability distribution squared multiplied by the probability of the random variable x. So first, we need to add all the results here. So first is 0.484 plus 0.288 plus 0.012 plus 0.128 plus 0.648 is equivalent to 1.56. So the variance of the probability distribution is 1.56. So for the sixth step, get the square root of the variance to get the standard deviation. So a while ago, we already got the answer of the variance of the probability distribution, which is the 1.56. So the answer of the standard deviation is sigma is equals to square root of 1.56. The answer will be 1.25. So the standard deviation is equals to 1.25. I hope you have learned something new today. Thank you for watching.